Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome to my podcast. You join me here on Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. I have two special guests with me. Of course, you've seen them before. You see them all over the tube. They are balling out of control on their channels, rocking it out on the Players Club, rocking it out on the Full Court Trio. Hey, bro Claude here, my man up top. He got his gingerbread man and Crash Our Room and working it like nobody business. And then we have a girl, Keisha, with Cut the Ish. Go ahead, y'all. I gave you a little bit of introduction, but please go in and tell me about yourself.
I am happy. I am happy to be here to talk some ball with So Pretty Tony. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to her content. I appreciate you bringing me on. And also subscribe to my channel, Cut the Ish Real Talk Sport. We don't even need to introduce Y'all already know who he is. They don't need to say nothing.
Y'all know the Crash Out King. Go ahead, Crash Out King.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, on Steady Serving Sports ENT, we welcome you to be a bread maker. I am the gingerbread man and here for my girl, So Pretty Tony. And we have been on a journey together since she done started her YouTube channel, keeping me and Keisha up. Keisha, you know what I mean, falling asleep, snoring. I'm like, get up, ninja, get up. But you know me, I'm innocent and I don't do nothing wrong and I'm always right. So y'all tune in and watch what we talk about as I school the youngins on this certain episode. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Here we
goodness.
go.
Well, since he went on and said his little soliloquy. Now remember, these two are a part of, and I'm soon will be an extension of Simply Ball Dropping with our main man, KSAP. We got to make sure, first and foremost, we give homage to KSAP. We appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate everyone for welcoming me in, bringing me along your journey. It's just been phenomenal. My month and I believe month now and a half have just been amazing. It's been amazing. So now with that being said, let's get into it. You see what we're here for. We're talking about our niece, our girl, our child, good old Angel Reese. We're going to give you a little bit of full recap of highlights, dramas, and what's next for our baby niece, Angel Reese. So since we're here and we've done a few soliloquies and segments on Angel and some of the things that she's gone through, whether it be ups, down, around the corner, and up the street. Here we are. So now let's try to put a little bit of that in a quick little recap and see how this turns out for us. Right now, my first question for you guys is, what are some of Angel's, or maybe in particular, one of Angel's biggest highlight moments that you can recap or think of from 2025?
I'll let you go, bro, Claude.
Okay.
Get in there.
For me,
Yes.
Tony, I got to say and keep it real. And I always pertain to consistency. I always pertain my life to someone who puts themselves last amongst the others, but first in action. And Angel Reese was last, always in the decision making, but first when it comes to action. So let me charge y'all 10 points, 19 rebounds, 4 assists, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists, 17 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, 24 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 16 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists, 22 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, steals, 2 blocks, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 15 points, 20 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. These were all coincide of everything that she has done. All those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 games till she left the court. This is what I have to say. So you guys can take it from there, Sister Keisha, because that was enough in a mouthful. I just wanted to head it up so you can hit the golf ball in the hole.
Well, the game that I would say for me that was the best performance I seen from Angel for me was a game against the Minnesota Lynx, and where I seen the vision of the Twin Towers come together. That was the most favorite game for me of Angel Reese. That game was dominant over the Minnesota Lynx. Angel Reese had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and Camila Cardoso had 17 points and 15 rebounds. I got to see what the vision was when Teaspoon helped draft these two ladies. I thought it was a dominant performance, and also I liked the teamwork between her and Camilla in that game, and it kind of alludes to the vision I was seeing as they grow and develop. Now, Angel Reese had a lot of good games this season, but that one to me showed me what's possible in the future if the Chicago Sky get their act together. These two ladies can dominate in the paint and outside of the paint, like two bigs should, and will be dominant together for years to come. So just seeing that little glimpse against a team, the number 1 seeded Minnesota Lynx, I thought it was the highlight of the year for me.
So sweet. I like that. That game was indeed, in fact, a big highlight moment. But one of the ones that I have that I want to go ahead and put up there would be Angel playing against the Los Angeles Sparks, the night of good old, our girl, our favorite, legendary Candace Parker. And so I'm going to go ahead and cue this up and put this up there. Let's see. I'll go ahead and share this. I think, where'd it go? I had it up. Let me get it back up 1 sec here. Let's get her back up there. Here we go. Add her in the queue. Add to the stage. Come on, baby cakes. Come on, baby cakes. You can do it. There we go. We add old baby cakes to the stage. Let's get the volume off because we don't want to show this here. Get through this infomercial, which was gone, but now here it is. When I think about this game and how well Angel played in this game, she put up 24 points, but it was a great showing for her in this game. And I like everything she did in this game from the start. You see that from the tip of the game, she was right there. She put that ball right in Williams' hands. Then she come back up the floor with a nice reverse. This game to me was one of her better games, in my opinion. That game with the Lynx was good. I think she had another really great game. I don't know why my internet is just slowing this down here. Probably because I have too many windows open. However,
It happens. Don't worry about it.
however, here we are. Here's another move, where man, she's taking doggone Hamby and just handing her butt. She's handing her butt at this point. And I
Hmm.
kind of sped up a little bit to get through and see if we can get through some of this because I don't want this to be too long and take up most of the time on here. Big rebound, big motion, big move. And this allowed the team to be able to capitalize on this big win. It was such a huge win. I think they had lost way too many prior to winning this game, but this was actually a really good game for her. I like everything she did in this game. She talked a little smack. She put the team on her back, and she scored very well in key areas. There is a spot on here where I'm actually going to go to, and it was right before this moment. Let's see here. I give it time to catch up. This was also, if you don't remember, the night that she had her triple double.
Mm.
This was the night she had her triple double.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. That's another big moment. I like when she did the like the you're too small.
Yeah.
If it was this game, it was because the ref refused to call the fouls in this game the right when there was quite a few plays where Angel was involved where she did, I think it was this one. This is where she got clipped. You know, of course it was an accident, but she got clipped a little bit here. But she showed face and she put herself in that camera and she said, you know what time it is.
Right, right.
Yeah, baby. Give him a little wink, wink. You know, give it a little wink, wink. Say, you know how it is. Say, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm showing out for one of my goats to whom I love by the name of Candace Parker. And after this game, I'm going to go. There it is. There you go, Hamby. Say, move out the way. Move, Trick. Get out the way. There we
Right.
go. But for Courtney, we get this off the Courtney, and then we come down. I think it's going to be the very next play. She give her that you too small. It was her and Hamby going one-on-one. I believe this is it where they change over. There it is. Boom. Come on up. And she's yelling, and one. And she said, you're too small. You're too small. And one. Replay. And after that, I'm going to come off of this because that was just the highlight. That was the highlight of the moment. And one. You're too small. So I'm going to. Because I could get kind of hype on that. I can get kind of hype. I'm gonna remove it, but I can get kind of hype on plays like that. That's like really fun stuff for me. I love it. I enjoy it. But what I really, really, truly want to say about that game is just what a phenomenal job she did in that game, and it was one of those defining moments where she was trying to prove to one of her goats, hey, I not only do I want to win this game, this is a special night for you, but I want you to know just how much I love and adore you for the GOAT you are, and you are one of my idols that I looked up to growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she did that, and somehow it kind of went left, and we'll get off into that a little bit. It went kind of left with Candace. I'm not sure why. Hopefully one day she'll have a better explanation other than what she gave, which was not a very good explanation because she was asked to critique. Whether you were asked to critique or not, we have to do better, and we have to be better when we're trying to bring our young athletes to play moving forward in the future for all of our GOATs, right? You have players that follow you, that applaud you, that are important and want to be able to show you who they are. And they can't do that if you are kind of having a dump side on them, right? So
Right.
that's where I'm at with that. Let's get into my next question for you guys, because I think it's a really good one as well. Let's see here. Let me move this out of the way because I got stuff like everywhere. Cool. Okay. So for Angel, and I really want, I'm thinking on this because I really want to make sure I give the right question. How has she embraced the spotlight, right? Because although I had a different question in mind, this one popped in my head. I want to know, how did she embrace the spotlight compared to the other athletes that came in with her, such as like Caitlin Clark, or even those that are rookies this year? Because sometimes you got to kind of evade and go in a different direction sometimes. So answer that question. That question is, I think, a really good, profound question for me.
I'll go first. I think Angel knew coming into her second year. You know, with her first year, um, she knew she had to prove a lot of people wrong, and then coming into her second year, she knew sophomore slump was a real thing, and that she was going to be critiqued to a point that people didn't care if you had to work through stuff. So I think she prepared herself to have even tougher skin in her second year because
Mhm,
she realized that the sophomore slump is a real thing. They wait for me to fail, and they would love to keep reporting that over and over. So I think by her coming into the season already knowing that that's how it was going to be because of the crazy media storm that it was
mhm,
last year. I think she handled I think she handled the pressure very, very well early
mhm,
on, and
mhm,
then it started. And then as the season progressed, with the, I think she would have been fine as the season progressed with the
mhm,
injuries and the team going kind of in the toilet a little bit. I think she started to feel the pressure, really, really feel the pressure more so than she ever did because I'll put it to you like this. Angel is used to handling the pressure of the media. That is not her problem.
right.
She's used to handling the pressure of if she plays bad herself. The only thing I think she struggled with a little bit in this season is trying to handle the pressure with things she can't control, which is the
Right.
things around her teammates,
Yeah.
how to get them to play better, how to navigate through. Um, I'm surrounded by incompetence, even though I'm doing all I can,
Uh-huh.
but it's not enough. I think she started to struggle with that pressure because if it was just about her, she could fix it. But the outside pressure that was going on, it's nothing she could have done to fix it. And I think she started to struggle just a little bit at the end of the season,
Right.
coupled with the injuries. It's just and she even alluded to her rehab process kind of wasn't all that great,
Right.
with her back with the sky. So I think
Right.
you started to see a little bit of the cracks of being 23 under the spotlight, and you can't make grown people do, even though you can
Right.
motivate, you can do it all. You can't make grown people to want what you want. And
Exactly.
I think she learned that lesson this season. I really do.
Okay.
Elaine.
Okay. All right, Broke Law.
The biggest lesson that I think Angel learned was that she was able to reinvent and produce at a higher level than her first professional year, and that it was not all about the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She understood in her sophomore year this year that yes, we have to come to the game, we have to play the game, we have to make things happen in the game, and we have to win. But more went on with this situation where she was like, okay, we have an incompetent team, an
Right.
incompetent front office, an incompetent franchise that I am in and proceed to be in under these conditions that I have to work in. She saw a bigger scope of making the best of things, because what she did was she exploded and put herself on the highest plateau of sports, of women, female sports and male sports, because she was being mentioned with the Kimbe Mutombo, Shaquille O'Neal. She was being mentioned with David Robinson, and things that she was breaking history records in the WNBA and in the NBA. So the thing of her finding herself coming to a epiphany, I am bigger than the game, and she is bigger than the game, because she is all genres. I don't think she understood even in herself, as she was navigating herself, that she was going to be as big as she was. So I allude to what she said on her Reebok thank you. She said never in her dreams did she ever think this was going to happen like this. So therefore,
Right.
dreams is coming true. What she wanted to get done has been over and exceeding. And her sophomore year was more of a trial basis on her humanitarian situation, meaning that she got book bags for the children. You understand what I'm saying? She went to the neighborhoods and talked to the kids. You understand what I'm saying? So she opened up a lot more than what she was last year, and more concealed because of the controversy, the death threats, of course, right? But we got to see more of a broader Angel Reese this year, that she actually became what I called her last year, a mega.
So sweet. So tell me this, do you feel like she lived up to the expectations that was set for her?
Expectations that was set for her, because they didn't think that the number 7 pick was even going to be in the NBA or on someone else's bench. They didn't think that the number 7 pick was going to steal somebody's job in a professional, that's right, platform, and take it and run with it and do the things that she has done. They didn't think that she was going to be the leader of this team, this situation, this franchise. The number 7 pick is the clear leader of this franchise, of this team, and of the WNBA, because she is the her when it comes to socialism throughout the whole entire world, not the country. There are people that's having the Chicago Sky jerseys, not just the Indiana Fever forced on them, but the Chicago Sky jersey is present right there in Baghdad, in Dubai, and over in China, over in Tokyo. Her jersey is in Korea. It is all over the place. And no one expect a number 7 pick, Keisha, Sister Tony, to have this type of thing and this type of media to be the second most known athlete, 3rd overall, in the world as a female.
Right. So I totally 100% agree with that. They did not expect what they had. Just like they still have not totally figured her out. Right? She's still growing and evolving. So they're finding out more and more about this young lady. And I'm going to use the words, and I don't care who will come in here later on and say something different. The power that this young lady brings with her statue is unmatched right now for this league. It's unmatched. It's unmatched for the organization she's a part of. And even so for the W as a whole. It's unmatched. They did not expect this. She is such a huge intricate part of the W that once they figure it out, she's saying, use me to get what you need, right?
Yes.
Use me. I'm here. I'm allowing it. This is what I want. I want us to be better, not just my team, but as a whole for the organization. And for those that left, and in this big old CBA, all this stuff that they're trying to get for the players and those that are retired as well and given the accolades. She's such a huge individual overall for all women's sports. And they just were not prepared for this young lady to be as strong, number one, two, as powerful as she is. Three, the dynamics of her giving heart. And so I think that people tend to just see her as such, they see her as a little girl, but she's a grown ass woman. And they have to start making the differentiation of what she is and what she stands for and what it is that she can help them with this entire organization that is unmatched for any other player that's in this league. And that's not to say that those that are coming in after her won't be as big of a voice as she is. But I think because of the type of person that Angel is, everyone is going to see her and they gravitate to her because of what she's doing. And everyone wants a piece of that pie. Everyone wants to be a part of that in some way, form, or fashion. Even that GM that have just decided that they're going to do these things that's going on. But I have a different question for you, Keisha.
Okay.
How did our game evolve from college to the pros? And I know we kind of tweaked on that just a little bit in 2024, but here we are in 2025 because she's an even much more improved player this year than last year.
And to be honest with you, from 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 college to the pros, it's all well documented that Kim Mulkey wanted her to play primarily in the paint because she was a beast on the boards and she was a beast down low. She did have some ball handling duties too as well, but primarily she was in the paint, being that beast in the paint that Kim Mulkey needs. She gets to the league. Teresa Witherspoon pretty much carried that same scheme for her. I mean, she had it in the paint mostly because she needed to develop her outside shot, which she's still working on every day. But she didn't really have it a ball like that. So we get to this season, and now she's tapping back into some of those skills she had back in high school in her early days in Maryland, and we see that her as a point forward can be a dangerous thing. She needs to be developed, in my opinion. It translated well to the league because in order for her to not really do it for like the last 2 years and then come in here and do it now, which I already knew she had the capabilities of it.
Yeah.
Now she just needs a coach, and I don't know who that coach is going to be. They say it's going to be Tyler Marsh, according to all the reports. Now she needs a coach to help her fine tune what being a point forward means. So every time Angel has been challenged to bring forth skills that she's had either in the past or currently, she has figured it out because she worked contrary to all the reports that was running. One thing she did debunk this season is people running around here talking about she don't work on a game. She only want to be a model. She only want to be cute. She only want to be on TikTok and Instagram. But you don't hear none of those arguments anymore because it has become abundantly clear that she worked on her game in the off season. and it
Yes.
translated into this. So I think for Angel, if she works, if a coach would just be there to work with her, whatever skills she had, they
Mm-hmm.
can bring it out of her. You see it on the floor.
Right.
But she needs competent, which that's like with any point guard or point forward. She needs competent pieces around her in order to run the schemes that Tyler Marsh is trying to run. That is what happened this year.
Right.
You see a lot of turning the ball over. You see a lot of people being out of place. But
Right.
Tyler Marsh even figured out by halfway through the season that maybe I just don't have what I, you know what I mean, what I need.
Exactly.
But she thought, and which we all thought, she could learn from Vandersloot. She could learn
Mm-hmm.
from her past experiences. She handled the ball a lot in high school, so she wasn't a complete novice to it. She just needed a coach to help her develop into the pros game.
Right.
And
Right.
we could all sit up here all night debating whether Tyler Marsh is that guy, but I will at least give Tyler Marsh this. He allowed her to use those skills and make her mistakes.
Right.
So I would give her
Exactly.
that. Hmm.
I totally agree. He allowed her to have the opportunity and the space to, along with those mistakes, be a very defining key point player on that team, which ultimately she is. She is the franchise. She wasn't called it before, but it's evident that that's where we are with this, right? And I like that about the position she's playing now. I think she adores that position. She embraced it well. To get back to that position, like she said in the beginning of the 2025 season, that it was difficult for her to kind of fill it out. Handling the ball was no problem, but figuring out exactly what he wanted her to do in that role was more difficult. So she struggled. But once she figured it out, she took off and she never looked back. Every
Hmm.
game from that point moving forward was double figures in those double doubles, period,
Hmm.
along the way. So, and the numbers weren't ticky tack numbers, they were great numbers,
Hmm.
anywhere
Hmm.
from 15 plus, almost per game. And there was a couple games where she scored, one game she scored 11, another game she scored 10, but that was okay because she was boarding her butt off. She had 20. Another one she had 21. So to match those numbers is also brings us to this question, which is a part of the controversy that, of course, we know happened a couple of weeks ago with
Hmm.
Angel and the article that was kind of misconstrued. And like she said, it's not the words, it's the individual, right? It's the messenger, not the message. So it's difficult when the messenger is so critiqued along the way that she can't say or do absolutely anything out of the ordinary. So my next question is, did the league treat her differently compared to the other rising stars? And I compare it with just her peers. And when I'm saying rising stars, you think of even some of the stars in the past, because then I'm gonna bring up one more piece that I saw today that I thought was very interesting by Lisa Leslie. But please do share. Bro Claude, you there?
Okay.
Okay.
What I would say is Lisa Leslie alluded to she had made the mistake in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
There was not social media anywhere
Right.
on this type of situation. There was
Mm-hmm.
media for as the magazines is concerned.
Yeah.
word of mouth, audio, visual, or video. Okay,
Mhm.
someone then recorded on a camcorder, right?
Right.
So I'm bringing up all of those old names where Lisa Leslie said this is something that's normal for a champion to do. This
Yeah.
is something that she wished that she could have waited to the last of the season, but it actually was the last of her season. And she was guilty of it herself.
Hmm.
On she's not saying she's not personally trying to critique other players. She's
Hmm.
really critiquing what she needs to win, what pieces that needs to be present for her to be able to play the ultimate ask of her
Yeah.
play this game, right? Jeff P said and went to the media with his messy ass. He went to the media and said that he wanted more from Angel, the first one to go and put a hit piece out.
Yeah.
So when he did that in leadership, you supposed to lead by example. So in all fairness, if Jeff Pagliosha had done such a that and he was the main leader when it comes to the team, and he put a hit piece out on me, it's like, oh, okay, I guess everything's fair in love and war. So if I get it as the leader, that means that he's showing the culture that we can talk and say what we want to say about such and so and so and so.
Right.
Because Jeff Pagliosha set that bar to put that out there instead of him talking to Angel like he talked to Camilla in private. He put Angel in the newspaper. So then this is where the tides change. He
Yep.
twisted it and had her be suspended for something that he had already did. So in other
Right.
words, as ninja, do as I say, not as I do.
As I do. Right. Right.
So therefore, I have a few words, and you can have it, Tony or Sister Keisha.
Yeah.
Angel Reese is the most magnetic force in the WNBA and that they have ever seen. I said Angel Reese is the most, not Caitlin Clark. Yes, she has her distribution of those people of her own kind and creed that supports her. Okay, it's more
Right.
white people in America than it is black people. But when it comes to the total culture, the total offset, the total spree, Angel Reese had to do the things that she's doing right now and not talking to the Chicago Sky to set precedent to say, this is what I want, damn it. This is what you gonna give me. Or see you later, alligator, bye-bye, and child Bella. So this is where we at right now, Sister Tony. It ain't too much more that I need to elaborate on the subject.
Right.
Angel Reese has already now spoken. She gave her exit interview, and don't call my phone until you get it right. And I'm done with that.
Right. What about you, Keisha? And I know you can definitely hit that don't call me, I'll call you.
Angel say she look player. Angel say she done with this foolishness, man. Angel say she through with it, man. She, she like, when you some people like me and Bro Club was talking about earlier. Some people like to stay in toxic relationships.
Some people like it.
Angel is saying, look, hey player, I holler at y'all, when y'all get the stuff together, when I have to report, or unless y'all fix y'all toxic ways, I'm not giving y'all no more of my energy, man. I'm not giving it no more. I'm 23. Y'all say I'm the baby. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to do. You right. I need to be quiet and let
You
the elders figure it out.
know,
I think Angel is like, yeah, she tried, and the trip part about this is I think this is what she figured out. Um, when you set up to fail, you have to understand that going people are not going to be happy about success. And so any time they can get a chance to take a jab at you, they would take a jab. The only problem with the organization is their reputation is so bad that Angel Reese can take 50 million jabs and they'll still be below her.
yeah,
Because
yep, yep.
even the Clarkies recognize, yeah, they bad over there.
Yeah, they bad.
Look, I want to needle Angel Reese, but they so bad that I'm gonna sound like a complete fool if I
Yeah,
needle her about that. So I think what's going on now is, at some point you do have to speak up for yourself. I know people didn't like the timing of it, but as we say all the time when we talking, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know when was the breaking point. As I told Bro Claude, some people let stuff go. I'm one of them people. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it
yeah,
go, let it go, let it go. And then you catch me on the wrong day, and I might unload on you because I'm done with it. And then
yeah.
I done purge myself, and I'm gonna tell y'all got it.
Yep, exactly.
I'm not going to engage anymore. Go ahead. So I think that's what Angel is. That's why she back in the lab. She back in the lab. She went on her vacation, went back in the lab, put her headphones on, and act like none of this happened.
None of it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we get to the point where the media storylines evolving Angel Reese's and Reese and her season is just as Bro Clark would say, it's just diabolical. It's
Mm-hmm.
diabolical, right? Um, she's in the lab, she ain't talking to nobody. She ready to hoop. She ready to get to the next step. Losing is not in her repertoire. That's not something she want to become accustomed to.
No,
And as it was stated before, some players are just happy to be playing because they were elsewhere and they were not playing. And
correct.
that's not enough. It's just not
Don't
enough.
she get a ring? She already get a ring. Don't she get a ring in Unrivaled this January?
She
For
sure do. She
oh,
sure do.
oh, she
Some,
already won. She already won in 2025. Then right? Oh,
but you got this dynamic. I'm gonna say this. You got this dynamic. Tony, you brought up a good point. You got this dynamic where some people, um, they're trying to keep a spot. Some
Yeah.
people, some people are okay with status quo, and then you have some people who, they still kind of confused about the spotlight, and then you got these other people like Angel,
Yeah.
who, when you're chasing greatness, you're gonna step on a lot of toes along the way. And
Ooh, you said it.
if you're not stepping on toes along the way, you're
you're
not
not
really
doing your job.
chasing greatness.
You're not chasing for greatness.
You're not gonna be liked all the time. Everybody's not gonna be your friend because you chasing something. Uh, the rest of them are not chasing. Some
Kobe,
Right.
people are just some people are just happy to play.
Right.
Chasing greatness is something different. So,
Yes. And
uh,
and you know who I see in that number, which brings me to this.
mhm.
The handling of even the rivalries between, as they would try to say, between your key mark players. And I put Angel in that category because you have Asia, you have Fee, you
He's
have
chasing.
Caitlin, you have
Mhm.
Angel, you now have Paige Beckers, you have Kiki Airfin, you have her teammate
Sonya
the
said,
Sonya
guard
Citron.
Citron. So you
Mhm.
have these ladies right here that I just named. And I could even throw Rakia Jackson in there because she found herself this year, right?
Right.
She found herself this season and she was just outstanding. Once she went through what she went through with her controversy, now she steps outside the box and it's like, get the ball to Rakia. I don't care what's going on, put the ball in her hands. So now she's made herself extremely relevant. And you put these players who are chasing, you see these names and the rookies that I named, along with Angel being a sophomore with her and Caitlin, with the veterans. As you can see how I made sure I put some in every category in that list. These are your players that will be chasing for greatness. You have the veterans that are great. And unfortunately, they're not done. They're still chasing. They're chasing for something. That to be great is to never settle. Is to never settle. And this is where a player like Angel is. And she said it and she meant it. And so I hope along the way they're not trying, well, I mean, they attempted to try to paint a narrative, but that narrative failed. It failed big time. That now coming into the next season, we will see something different. However, and I mean from the media aspect, that's what I'm talking about. Right? We know what we're going to get for as the team, not fully, but hopefully we'll get to see something different. Thanks for putting that picture up. That's a beautiful picture. But to just see the dominance of this young lady and them giving her and allowing her to have the space to do it. That's where I am with that. They have to give her the space to be who she is and to be great because she's not going to change. I don't expect her to change. And they're going to find along the way that they cannot change her. They're going to have to accept her for who she is and let her be her because she is her. And that's where I stand on that.
And Tony,
go ahead.
Tony, and contrary to popular belief, these young people are a little stronger than we are. And I'm going to tell you why.
They are.
Because they are dealing with stuff we never had to. We didn't have to deal with yeah, when we messed up and acted fool, the local people might have knew. When they act up and act a fool, the world know.
Yes.
And you have to navigate through that. And I'm going to tell you, if the world knew when I acted up and acted a fool, I don't know how I would have handled it.
Right.
You know,
but
because
I like
back in the day, we could sweep a lot of stuff. Hey, what you talking about? I ain't see it. You ain't see it.
Right.
But I
don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What you talking about?
I ain't slapped nobody at the last game. What you talking about? Now you slap somebody, it's all over social media. Whether you a celebrity or not, it's going viral that somebody got slapped in the Catholic high school gym.
Yeah.
So
most definitely.
Yeah. So these kids are dealing with
high school.
They're dealing with a lot more mental pressure than we did.
Right.
Yeah. So
and that's why I like her all around, the all around statue of Angel, right? Because even off court, we look at the accolades, where she is with the gala, the Met Gala, and all of her endorsements, how she shares what her wealth is amongst her family, her team. And she's not selfish. She's a businesswoman. Her stature of how she carry herself and the things that she do, the cultural influence. Give me just a brief synopsis, both of you, on just her influence, her cultural influence with her platform, with where she is right now.
Well, I would say for me, um, one thing that women's sports has always been historically the most underfunded sports that's being played, even at the
Right.
high school level, college level, or the pro level. It just it. This is not nothing new, but Angel comes in and she teaches you how that you can control your own destiny if you package yourself up into a personal brand that is uniquely you, because you being
Mhm.
somebody else is not, you ain't gonna cut it. We're on here, we're on YouTube. If we were all the same, it wouldn't work, Tony. People
Exactly.
get tired of hearing the same thing, you know. So I think with her, she's teaching people that you can sell yourself to the masses by being uniquely you, because everybody has something to bring to the table. And if you're a young person and you learning this lesson early, how to make money, how to be a business mogul, how to take care of business, these are attributes that some of us didn't learn till we was latter in our years. We got
Yeah.
money and it went out our hands quick as we got it. These kids, these kids are learning how to take care of business decisions before they even mature enough in our minds, because my 20s was a blur. That's all I gonna say. Some of them
Right.
decisions I made, some of them
Exactly.
decisions I made. That
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
if I was Angel, everybody would be pimping around. Never mind. I'm just gonna say she is like a master class in hey,
She's a walking master plan. Yeah.
you can craft yourself, and you can craft yourself and take care of your family as long as you be authentic. Go ahead and be your authentic self, because faking the funk, sooner or later, that's a fly by night thing. That's just like a one hit wonder. It's like nearly vanilla.
Nearly
It
vanilla.
ain't go, it's not gonna last.
Ain't no-
You need to build your brand the right way, and help people and reach out for help, because she did. She reached out for help from Janine and these different people that she brought on. Nothing wrong
Exactly.
with paying somebody to help you. Just teaching that to our community.
Right.
Put the money out, get somebody to help you pay the money. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Can't do everything yourself, because you know us, bro Clark. We are the community of doing stuff ourselves. We ain't paying for nothing. No,
Not
no,
a
baby.
not a
Huh.
nail.
Baby girl got her manager in college and say, look, I'm gonna craft this persona and see where it goes from there.
There
And
you
these
go.
kids have all these opportunities that we never had.
Never had.
Never in my wildest
Wish.
dreams did I realize, did I think that your personality and what you bring to the table could actually get you paid. Never.
Right. Right.
We were told to go to work,
Check him out.
shut up, work
Listen.
for 30, work for 30 years and hope you don't die before it's over.
Don't get no heart attack along the way.
I was against that grain. I didn't, that's why I got in trouble.
I'm just telling you that
No,
that's
that's
what
the
we were
truth. I was
told.
against that grain. That's what we was told.
That's
But
What
what
we
I
we
were
was
said I
told.
told.
beg to differ.
You
Yeah.
beg to differ.
Oh,
You beg to differ.
I tell these young kids all the time. I learn a lot from them because
Yes,
they don't mind putting themselves out there
yes.
for what
Exactly.
for whatever the scrutiny is or whatever it is. Look, this is me. You like me or you don't like me, cool. You know.
So what?
That's why
Oh.
we're here. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Brooke Law?
For me, I just think that a solid stand in life, and I don't want to throw nobody off, but I would say this: a solid stand in life. We all have to reflect ourselves on our developmental course.
Mhm.
But for Angel, it has happened so fast
Mhm.
over a period of 3 years.
Yeah, man, I'm still shaking my head.
She's an absolute mega star. When
Yes.
she's the fastest WNBA player to reach this type of pedestal. She's the only mega star in the WNBA that has done this type of work, media, transgression, transition, position, and to be the leader that it is, y'all. It baffles me that she's only 23 years old.
Yeah, it's astonishing.
It baffles me, and I don't want to take it off base because you could go ahead and wrap it up on your end. But I want to tell everyone this: the Angel Reese got it out the mud, and the way she got it out the mud, there was not no, she was not by herself.
Right.
She built a team around her, and with the help of course, probably her mother and Kim Mulkey and all of the great ones that was there around her, that she was able to look. But this
Yeah.
young lady at 23 years old, y'all, learned fast and did something that most of us won't be even able to do in a full regimen of lifetime, which is 75 years. She done it in 3.
Yeah.
She done it in 3. So I wanted to say, Tony, you could take us out, but I
Yeah.
want to say that, the elaboration of that question alone, you have to look at who's Angel Reese and how did she become this mega star in this quick of time and maintaining, containing, and she's going to be in the W for the next 10 years
Yeah.
and have to sustain this same type of popularity. Does it ever die down? Or will it ever die down? Especially her being a player who is consistent and who we look at with a high ceiling, right, Keisha? As a high
Mhm.
ceiling, a person with a high ceiling takes at least the first 5 years to develop into that person that you will be. So when she becomes Asia Wilson's age at 29, oh my God. So it baffles me. I'll leave you all with that.
Yeah.
Just think about Angel Reese at 29 years old. That's approximately 6 years from now.
Yeah.
She would be and who she's gonna be. And we gonna meet here because I'm gonna be here. We gonna
Yeah.
meet here to have this conversation in 6 years. I land.
Yep. And then we'll make it real quick. Um, what's next for Angel is just what you just stated, right? The future, being the future, and where we see her in 6 years, and being and standing in the same place, if not even better, than Asia Wilson is in right now. I see that for her. I'm watching her grow. She has some things, of course, that she's working on to make herself better. And to do the things that she's doing to be so young, I'm gonna reiterate what you said is sometimes it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. But I see MVP in her future.
Mhm.
I see Team USA in her future
Mhm.
as what's next. So these are the things that I see that's what's next for her. And also actually being on a contending team. a team that's going to be able to take her, that she'll be able to grow with, and they will have even a greater bond than what she feels like she had in this 2025 season. It's only her second year in the league, so to go from where she was in 2024 with the team she had to now the team she has, where players actually really talk to each other on a day-to-day basis and ironed out their whatever issues or concerns, whatever they may have had versus the year before. So that's what I see what's next for Angel. What about you, Keisha?
I would say I think Asia Wilson is pretty much her ceiling. Even though I think she's going to end up being a different type of big when it's all said and done. I
Yeah.
think she's probably going to be more closer to Alyssa Thomas. To
Yeah.
me, I also see an MVP in her future. I see a championship, whether it be in Chicago or somewhere else, because that young lady is chasing that championship every year. And if you ain't chasing the championship, she might tell you about yourself. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Exactly.
I would say this, y'all. I want everybody who watched this video, give Angel Reese some grace.
Yeah.
Stop pressuring her to move. She wants her own team. And the great ones always want their own team. Because if you want her to move to go somewhere else to get with someone else, she has to concede. Yes. And I don't see her conceding or having to concede when she can have a team where it could be hers and she can have it built around her no matter what the conditions is. But she can have her own team to lead, just like Paige Beckers is over Dallas, just like Caitlin Clark is over the Fever, just like we can go to each and every different player that's in here. Why we would move her with anyone to concede to be second or third fiddle. It is now prevalent. So I wanted to squash this. It's now prevalent. She is the first option. Why would she concede not to be the first option? And she is the first option and will be from now on. Because of the precedent that she set, she will forever be the first option. So whatever team she goes to, she has to be sure.
Yeah.
She's going there to be the first option.
The only thing I would say is that's the problem, bro, Claude. It's not her team. That's the problem in Chicago.
I'm good with that. I said whatever team.
The first year she was a rookie. It was supposed to be Camilla. It was supposed to be the number 3 pick. She was ushering in the new future. The second year, it was supposed to be Vandersloot and Camilla. Who knows what's gonna happen in the third year?
Yeah.
Chicago, they still have not made it her team. That's the problem. And if they made it her team, they would build around her. Until we actually see that with our own 2 baby eyes, it's not her team.
I totally agree.
That's the only thing. You can't just say it. They have to do, like my mama say, bump what people saying. What do you see them doing? Jeff P has to make that decision, or if he's still gonna be there, because I think he is. Either he gonna give her the reins, or he gonna run it back with this same thing, and we'll be talking about it all season about how Flute is back and it's her team, and
yeah, they got to get over that.
Well, we know it was Angel team because of she was the leader in everything. That's the leader.
Bro,
well, she made it. She made it her
know
team.
That
she took it.
She took
yeah,
it.
She took
it. And they could take it. They could take it right back.
Yeah. Well,
they have management.
I don't know about that.
Look,
a dog is a dog. You can't hold. You gonna kick that dog out of the cage, out of the yard?
No.
Or that dog gonna stay?
This is the business. From the top down, they have to decide if this is her team.
Oh
She
yeah,
does not. She
I
does
get
not
all
own
that.
the Chicago Sky.
No, I
So
get
yes,
all of that.
on the floor, she's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
They can't come on the floor with her, Keisha. They can't come on that floor. And when you get like Kobe Bryant said, they can't come on the floor no matter if they don't want me to be the man. They can't get on the floor. They can only say the words, "Oh, Kobe, don't shoot that many times." He said, "Y'all be damned. I'm gonna shoot as many times as I want.
right, but the
Take me off.
Lakers chose Kobe, bro, Claude.
Yeah,
When Shaq was there, they chose Kobe.
Yeah.
They made the decision to go with Kobe, and Shaq left
but he made
because
them. He
it wasn't
made
his
them make it.
team. But what I'm saying is, you talk about two great players.
Yeah,
Right.
One got chose, the other one didn't. And what did Shaq do?
he left.
It
Yeah.
has to be from the top down. Dr. Bus made it Kobe's team. If
Yeah,
he didn't make it Kobe's team, the Black Mamba would have been gone.
absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
But Kobe took it on the court for that decision to be made. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Of course, he played his way. All a basketball player can do is play their game. The organization has to make that decision. We've seen that multiple times where you got two great players on a team, and then one gets the treat. We'll just talk about
AD and
and LeBron. AD got sent. It's not his team,
Yeah. So I mean,
but
we're
but
definitely gonna see what happens next year for sure.
but he's a great player. You see what I'm saying? But it's not his
absolutely
team.
Yeah.
no.
We're gonna see how it pans out for sure. Well, I'm gonna say this.
Uh-oh.
I thank y'all for coming on my panel. I do. And I'm not we can look, we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot to unpack when it comes to Angel. And we're gonna continue this wave. We're gonna continue this ride because we just gotta put it out there. We gotta get it all off our chest because it's a lot. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this one up.
Okay.
And on Angel. And it's because I don't want to hold y'all too long. I don't want to hold y'all too long because we can go a whole nother hour on this. But we ain't going no another hour. We're gonna wrap this.
You gotta go get her baby sleep.
Yeah, I gotta get my baby sleep.
You gotta get her baby sleep.
And look,
exactly.
Angel, look. Come on, Chicago. That's all I got to say.
Exactly.
Get it together, man.
Get it together.
Do what you want to do, baby girl. It's your life. It's the way.
Make it work for you, Angel.
I am behind you. We support you. If it's here or you're not going to be here, that's fine.
Exactly.
Be great. Be
but
you.
we've seen how.
But I'm hoping they get it together. I really am.
To grow, right?
Yeah,
we've seen what she's done in this game. We're seeing how it's growing. We've seen the spotlights that she carries on and off the court, the storylines that have kept her at the center of women's basketball through and through. Whether you love the highlights, follow the drama, or you just excited about what's next for her career, one thing's for sure, Angel is here to stay. Yes. And she's shaping and molding the future of the W for sure. Mm-hmm. And as she continues to shape and mold the W, we're gonna be right there front and center, team. We're gonna be right there front and center, rolling right along under our man.
Come on, Chicago.
KSAP. But let's go, Chicago. Do what you need to do to keep her because that's where she want to stay.
No. I don't want to mess with the ops.
Right. If she doesn't, if you can't give her what she wants and you decide you let her go, do understand that you are going to lose a lot. You are going to lose a lot. I want you to understand that, Chicago.
No, they already understand it.
We know that we were told that she's not going anywhere, and so therefore we will look forward to seeing her in the sky uniform again next year, unless she comes up with something and changes her mind. But I do thank y'all for tuning in and enjoying today's episode here on Court Vision with So Pretty Tony and my panel that came out here. That's on my two individuals that's on my lovely panel, my man, my brother, Bro Claude, and my sister, Keisha with Cut the Ish. I appreciate y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me for this hour. It's been great. But guess what? We got to go.
Yeah, we're going to bed.
Deuces, we going to bed.
We got to get out of here. Hey, thank you. One more thing before we cut up out of here. Hey, go to everybody's channel. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please go on and subscribe. Also, leave a comment because we do reply to comments as long as they're within reason. Let's say that.
Right.
But we like to be able to converse. Disagreements are great as long as they're respectful. On top of that, don't forget to hit that notification bell. There's like a little bell next to the subscribe, right? Yeah. So that way you're notified every time each of us drop. So please do us that favor. We'll appreciate that. And with that panel, we're going to tell you we love you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate you for liking and subscribing and always following us on our journey. Thank you so much. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Bro Claude, for coming to hang out with me for this hour. I appreciate you.
Already know. Yep.
Much love. And we are signing out. We are signing out.